This is the third and last chapter for the White Belt certification exam. We'll study process improvement and quality methods beyond Six Sigma. And some, like TQM, are closely related, while others tend to apply to certain industries and niches. The list includes Lean, the Toyota Production System, Total Quality Management, TQM, Business Process Reengineering, Rumler-Brash, Scrum, the Customer Experience Management Method, and Jumpstart. We've already discussed Lean and Total Quality Management previously, and we'll focus again on Lean later in the course. You don't really need deep learning of the rest of the methods beyond what we'll highlight next. But for all, we'll emphasize key takeaways in preparation for the certification exam. First, we have Lean, and the text calls it Lean Process Management in this chapter. It's also referred to as the TPS, the Toyota Production System. And as we've seen, Lean focuses on reducing waste, so it applies to any industry, goods and/or services. And it's interesting to see the text discuss how it applies to virtual and digital processes as well, like online, AI, and so forth. Both Lean and Six Sigma focus on continuous process improvement. And Lean, like Six Sigma, seeks a culture of quality that permeates the organization. And the text again highlights how Lean goes hand in hand with Six Sigma, claiming Lean as part of the Six Sigma methodology. I'm not fully confident that many practitioners would agree with that, however, but still, as we highlighted previously, Lean and Six Sigma can work well together. Next, Total Quality Management, TQM, was the original quality program embraced by U.S. companies in the 1980s. Their response to high-quality foreign competition, such as that from Japan. So TQM provided a solid foundation for Six Sigma with key ideas such as quality commitment at all organizational levels, which reflects total involvement. Then also empowered employees who don't constantly need approval for change from leadership. Then also rewards and recognition to incentivize improvements, and strategic planning that incorporates quality goals. Be aware of the key TQM elements identified by the text, including ethics, integrity, trust, training, teamwork, leadership, recognition, and finally, communication. TQM is an organizational approach where different departments are linked together to deliver overall quality for the organization. As such, the quality of the organization is only as strong as its weakest link, that is, the lowest quality department. Next, we have Business Process Reengineering, BPR, which focuses on radical change across the organization. The text highlights, however, how BPR is not a continuous improvement process method. Instead, BPR is more of a riskier, clean slate approach, meaning you start from scratch. BPR tends to be used on technical processes such as information systems and technology. And the text highlights sandbox testing, quality assurance, QA, and beta testing as part of BPR planning. Next up is Rumler-Brash, which offers a 9 boxes model. And that's a matrix of the levels of performance relative to performance dimensions in order to evaluate an organization. The 6 phases, which somewhat mirrored DMAIC in my opinion, include improvement planning, where we identify opportunities for change, definition of the project goals and scope, analysis and design of the existing problem, as well as potential solutions, then implementation of the changes, then management of the process, meaning we monitor the changes, and then finally process turnover to the employees who will execute the improved process day to day. Next in line is the Scrum, which centers on technical processes in information systems and technology. And the timeline for change of the new or improved process is quite short, such as 2 to 4 weeks. And Scrum phases include the pregame, analyze data and business requirements to develop the concept for the new or improved product. Then the game, execute programming sprints to build the new product. And finally, the end game, quality test the product before release. Next, we have the Customer Experience Management Method, the CEM method. And as it suggests, the heavy focus is the customer experience. That is, each process across the organization should align with customer needs, including supporting their satisfaction. And the text emphasizes how, like Six Sigma, the CEM method is data intensive. Finally, we have Jumpstart, which is a fast-paced single session method. And it can be applied to any of the other methods described in this chapter. And the text highlights how Jumpstart may not be overly rigorous, such as data analysis. So unlike Six Sigma, it should not be applied for major changes. The chapter continues with 4 scenarios in which Six Sigma can be particularly effective. And while these are presented on just one page in the text, they're really quite important to understanding the fundamentals of Six Sigma. So number 1 is when facing the unknown. That is, you do not need to know the cause of the problems or even what the problem is. You just know that some metric, some customer expectation is not being met. In fact, Six Sigma will help verify the underlying root causes to enable the best solution. And then number 2, similarly, when problems are widespread and not defined. Six Sigma can help focus on the key problems and causes to control the scope, meaning prevent scope creep. Number 3, and again relatedly, when solving complex problems. That is, Six Sigma, including the DMAIC methodology, can analyze complex ideas and data to distill specific root causes and subsequent improvements. And then number 4, when costs are closely tied to processes. Six Sigma can help validate the underlying assumptions of processes and problems via data and other evidence. As such, it can reduce the likelihood of errors, such as misidentifying the problem or developing incorrect improvements. That concludes Chapter 3 of the CSSE textbook, which means you're now ready for the White Belt Certification exam. The exam is fair, and it mostly follows the textbook, but it does call out some finer details here and there. But it is open note and open book, so you can research some questions where the answer is not readily clear during the exam itself. The exam is timed and consists of multiple choice questions, though a few of these have a relatively long list of answers, including some of the above and all of the above as options. In total, there are 20 questions, each worth 4 points, and you need 56 points to pass, which means getting at least 14 questions correct. You do have unlimited attempts, though most students pass on the first attempt, at least in my experience. And if you're attempting the certification for my class, your grade is based on how many attempts it takes you to pass. Regardless, if you understand the material, you'll do fine.